finally, that stage 2 was a really good training for what is coming up.
I definitely think so. Yeah, I think that just having as many games as possible under our belts is going to be important for us. There's a lot of things to learn. We're feeling the highs and the lows of all of our games since we're feeling the both extremes from playing the last stage and playing today. So I think that it was really helpful for us.
I heard from other players that the stage is very cold, the weather for the players.
Oh, like in here. I mean, honestly, I feel like in stage 2 it was cold, but today I feel like it's so hot. Like I feel like I'm sweating like the whole day. So, yeah, maybe in the last stage it was cold, definitely, but in this stage it's warm. And at least me personally, I prefer it being colder, just because I think it's easier to get warm than it is to get cold. So that's kind of like my perspective on it.
Yeah, okay. Well, tell me, how is this experience playing with s1mple, for example?
It's been really nice. Obviously, I played with him like a long time ago, and I still feel like a lot of like the same chemistry that we had before in the game. And I think that we're playing really well together. He's bringing a lot of things that we need, and you're seeing like a lot of like the highs from Sasha, like how many sick clips that he can get, and how many like good advantage situations that he can put us in. And I think that he's just only going to keep improving as we keep going and playing more.
We are starting to see the best of FaZe finally. Um, how much does he is related to that?
It's hard to say, how much it is. Obviously we made the change, bringing him in for Brokey going into this major, and that kind of brought like a whole new vibe. I think that Sasha's, vibe of like how he talks and like what he says and how he plays, it's all like contributing. So I'd say that there's like a lot of factors that's happening at once, but I think that Sasha is like a really good like fit of like how he's playing in the team with us, like how it's like feeling like in the server, how we're making rotations and playing off each other. And I think that he just, I don't know. I think that like we understand like how we want to play in a lot of situations together. So I think that it's been really helpful for him or for us. Sorry.
Yeah. And recently, both karrigan and Rain have been deep running a lot in majors. How much of an inspiration is that to you?
It's definitely a lot. I think that those guys are the reason why I wanted to come to FaZe, karrigan especially, and I'm happy to be a part of the ride. Like having him say all the things that he's saying, like in the team models, and like hyping us up, and keeping us in the game, and having all of his micros. I think that it's pretty fun to play with. And like Rain obviously has been insane player. I think that you can just see the difference of like how we were playing without him and now with him at the major. There's just so much experience and like helpful things that both of them do, of course.
During these last 6 months playing with karrigan as an AGL, what was that special thing you discovered?
I'd say just his creativity and his precision in his communication. I think the way that he can just formulate a plan very quickly in 5-6 seconds of telling everybody what they need to do and how to do it. Doing that is very, very difficult because you have to not only come up with the plan really quickly, but you have to make sure that you effectively communicate that quickly. So yeah, I think that's been like the most amazing part from him.
You've been able to set a goal for this major now that you are 2-0, 2-1?
Not really. Like that's not something that we talked about. I mean, the goal is always to win the major, but for us, me personally, I want to make the playoffs. I want to just take it game by game, though. It's hard. Every single day is a new day. Anything can happen. You're seeing that in the results, and yeah.
Do you feel the pressure for being like the American player?
I don't really feel that pressure of being like the American, but I'd feel pressure, of course. I think that everybody feels pressure because this is something that's really important for all of us. So there's always going to be pressure in all the games, and it's just how we deal with it.